Good morning, students of class 10. Welcome back to the classes now. We are doing English. Today's date is 24th of June 2021. The 100 dresses, we are doing part 2. So far we have finished part 1 and part 2 will start now. This is first point number 1 and subdivided. Now number 1 has got 4 points and number 2 has got so far only 1 point. More are there. So now let's go through a letter from Wanda's father. So Wanda's father wrote a letter to Miss Mason, the class teacher of room number 13. Miss Mason received a note from the principal's office. The letter came to the school in the principal's office, and the principal sent a note, the letter. So Mason received a note from the principal's office. She read it several times. Miss Mason, the class teacher, read the letter several times, many times. She studied the letter thoughtfully. She looked at the letter, read it properly 2-3 times, and she thought. Then, after a moment, she read the letter to the whole class. The letter was read in front of the class. Number B. Wanda's father clearly made it clear. Wanda's father wrote it very clearly and made it clear that both his children were studying in the school. One was Wanda and Jake. His children Wanda and Jake would not come to their previous school anymore. So his father wrote in the letter that Wanda will not come. Wanda and her brother Jake would not come to school anymore. Now they are going to another school in the city. He mentioned it very clearly that they will not come again. Number C. They are moving to a big city. It is mentioned there in the letter that the whole family is moving to a big city. There, his children would not be insulted. So he mentioned that there in the big city, in the new school, his children will not be insulted for having their funny names. So that means this shows that they were really hurt. So his children would not be insulted in the new school in the city. Number D. In the new big city where they are moving, there are many funny names. He mentioned there are many funny names there, and no one bothers about funny names there. In the new school, there are so many funny names, and nobody bothers about the funny names. Bother means thinks about, worry about. There, the school is not like the ones she had left. So there in the big city, the school is different. It is not like the ones she had left just now. So this is the first number 1. It was mentioned in the letter. Number 2, deep silence in the class. So after hearing the letter, all the students, the letter had an immediate effect. It had an immediate effect. Usually the student used to make noise in the class, but when Miss Mason read the letter and they came to know that what had happened and why she had left the school, all the students remained silent and they felt quite guilty. So the letter had an immediate effect. A deep silence, the whole class was pin drop silence. A deep silence prevailed. Prevail means lasted or remained in the room number 13. All the students remained very silent, and each one of them began to think, and they felt quite guilty about why the Wanda had left the school. Those who used to surround Wanda and used to laugh at her, they felt guilty and they remained silent and their heads were bowed down. So more are there to be continued in deep silence in the class. More are there. So that's all for today. Thank you very much, and get ready for the history class. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for your watching. Keep on studying at home.